Okay guys, next part naman ng discussion natin is all about, again, sa scalar notation pa rin to, but the Cartesian components naman, okay? So, dito guys is, actually medyo kakaiba talaga siya. Medyo kakaiba siya sa Cartesian notation natin, which is na-discuss natin sa previous topic natin. Kakaiba siya, okay? But ito is, I think, medyo mas madali siya, basta alam natin yung magiging process, okay? So, but before we start the sample problem, gusto ko lang maging familiar kayo guys doon sa pinanggalingan ng mga gagamitin nating formulas and equations. Okay, so the Cartesian component of force F is in the figure are found using a small slope triangle. Okay? As in the example shown in the figure, it is similar to know to how to solve components in 2D forces, but it has an additional z-axis. It shows below the equation to use to solve the component forces of 3D forces. Ito guys, ito lang ang kailangan yung tandaan dyan. Okay? Ayan lang basically yung kailangan yung tandaan. Pero bakit nga ba natin guys kailangan tandaan yan? Hindi ba mapapansin nyo? Okay? Ito guys, para lang maging maliwanag, ano? Pero again, ito is siguro, I think, if you're going to review this kind of topics, mas mahalaga na kabisaduhin nyo na lang siya because meron naman tayo kasing pagkakasundo dito. Although hindi ko encourage guys na magkabisa kayo, know the concept first, pero as long as you know how to use the concept properly, pwede mo na kasing kabisaduhin yung pattern na gagawin mo. Kasi pattern to guys, paulit-ulit lang halos yung mangyayari sa atin dito. Okay? Pero guys, makinig munang mabuti. Gusto ko muna guys maging familiar kayo on how to solve for the or saan ba natin na-extract ito. Di ba guys, ang slope natin is also our angle. Hindi ba kanina, kung mapapansin nyo, di ba this will be your cosine alpha? Di ba itong portion na yan? Tama. And this will be your cosine beta, which is, and then this will be your cosine gamma. Di ba ayan yung naging denotion natin dyan? Tama ba? And then guys, for scalar notation, okay, since inire-represent nga natin, okay, burahin ko muna lahat yan. Since inire-represent nga natin guys, yung force into definite scalar quantity, okay, meron tayong definite scalar quantity which is, i-consider natin yung position coordinate niya. Ibig sabihin, we can represent this one as, okay, equal lang din siya doon sa mga position, slope ng position mo. Okay? Siguro mas maintindihan natin to later. However, guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, di ba nga kasi definite, ibig sabihin yung force natin na to, yung line ng force natin, okay, let me just ibig sabihin lang na to guys, yung line natin ng force na yan is equal to D. Tama ba? Ibig sabihin, yung magnitude mo dito guys, is in force or Newton is equal lang guys doon sa meron siyang representation ng position. Ikakaintindihan? Okay? Ibig sabihin lang nito guys, yung force mo dito, pwede mo din siyang i-represent as definite D. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa, meron tayong cable. O sige, sasabihin ko na sa inyo yung to. For example, meron tayong cable, okay? Yung cable na yan, may length yan. At sa cable na yan, guys, di ba, pag pinutol mo yung cable na yan, magkakaroon ka dyan ng tension. Okay? Which is yung force mo. Ngayon, yung force mo na yun, pwede mo rin siyang i-represent as D, as equal to D. Kaya kung mapansin nyo dito, guys, yung F natin dito is equal to D. Tama ba? At yung Fx mo dito is equal to X. Ibig sabihin, yung horizontal component mo naman dyan, asan ba yun? Kasi X natin. Halimbawa, ito yung horizontal component mo naman ng cable wire mo na yan. Ibig sabihin, equal din yan dito sa my denotion mo ng position X mo. Okay? So, bakit ba natin ginagawa ito? Para mas masimplify natin yung problem. Pag ganito yung type ng problem, ito lang guys yung kailangan yung tandaan. Basically, this is, ito lang yung mga kailangan yung tandaan. Ito lang, ayan. Okay? I hope guys, makabisa nyo siya. Although madali lang naman yan, di ba? At pag nakalimutan nyo naman yan, mag-drawing lang kayo ng 3D, mare-recall nyo na siya. Okay? So, yun yung para sa concept. And then, let's talk about the sample problems na. Actually, madali lang talaga tong part ng scalar notation na to. Mas madali talaga siya compared to the Cartesian coordinates. Okay? Sorry. Hindi pa pala tayo po makakadako ng So, guys, Ibig lang sabihin na to, okay? Ibig lang sabihin, okay? Bago tayo dumako sa sample problem, let's talk about this one, okay? The resultant force is the single force that represent the combined effect of two or more individual forces. Paulit-ulit na tayo dyan. Parang hindi lang 100 beses na natin pinag-usapan yung resultant na yan. Ibig sabihin, combined effect of two or more individual forces, ang pinagkaiba lang is in 3D, acting on an object. Instead of dealing with multiple forces separately, you can replace them with this one equivalent force that produces the same effect, which is, yun nga, yung tinatawag natin bilang resultant. Okay? This condition is stated by the equation of summation of the forces. So, kung meron ka nito guys, kung meron ka nito, okay? Eto guys, is nire-represent mo lang dyan is yung one force. Okay? Ibig sabihin, meron kang F1, meron kang F2. Ibig sabihin, pwede mong i-represent yan as Fx1 is equal to Fx1 over D1. Okay? Ganun yun. So, y1 is equal to F, okay, multiplied by y1 over d1. And then pangalawa naman is fz is equal to f, halimbawa ito, for example, ito. Ibig sabihin, for example, this is your f1. Ibig sabihin, ang ma-extract mo na coordinate dyan, f1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, which is yung f1 mo is the magnitude of your force, and then yung fx1 mo is the horizontal component of f1, vertical not the horizontal, the x component, xyz component of f1. So basically, ganun lang yung tulad lang din siya ng dati. Huwag kayo masyadong malilito. Okay, meron lang tayong sinusunod na formula dito, which is mapapansin nyo, slope lang naman siya. Okay. So yun, ibig sabihin, yan lang yun. Okay, tanggalin na natin yan. Okay, the next part I want you guys to is kailangan yung kunin yung resultant D niya, yung resultant distance niya. Okay, kasi nga, paano ba yun? Di ba, if yung force or yung magnitude ng resultant force natin is na i-consider mo siya into one single component, yung direction niya or yung position coordinate niya is pwede mo rin kunin yung resultant position, distance naman niya or resultant displacement ng force mo. Ibig sabihin, okay, yung D mo na yan is meron din yung X, Y, and Z component. O balikan natin to, di ba again nga, yung force mo is nire-represent mo siya as component Fy, Fz, and Fx. Yung D mo naman is nire-represent mo naman siya as X, Y, and Z. Kung yung F mo is equal to square root ng Fx square plus Fy square plus Fz square, yung D mo naman can be represented as X square plus Y square plus Z square. So, kailangan mo kasing kunin yan. Dahil nga, again, ang formula natin is eto. Okay? So, nagkakaintindihan ba? So, yun. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang yan, guys. Okay? So, yun ang kailangan nating kunin. Okay? And then, guys, to determine the resultant force, simply get the ito lang. Ayan lang gagamitin natin. Tulad lang ng dati. Walang pinagkaiba. Okay? So, yun. Again, dumako na tayo sa sample problem. Okay? Okay? Guys, since this is a scalar notation, okay, for position, parang ang approach lang din natin dito is as position vector. Okay? But guys, let me remind you na ang unang step natin if we're scalar is to establish the for scalar notation, ang una nating step is establish point coordinates. Ibig sabihin, makinig kayo mabuti, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo hanapin yung mga coordinate ng forces mo. Okay? Since binigay sa atin dito, napakabait ng problem, okay, sana all. Okay, but guys, i-embrace nyo na yung mga problem natin dito is medyo tricky. Okay, medyo nakakalito talaga siya. So, this lesson requires deeper analysis towards the problem. Hindi pwedeng bato ng bato, magbasa muna ng tanong, alamin kung paano sisimulan. Nagkakaintindihan? So, for una, simulan nyo siguro sa established point coordinates. However, guys, may binigay na kasi sa atin. And again, guys, please make sure that your vector component is tama yung mga sign. Magiging mamamali ka dyan pag hindi mo sinure yung mga sign ng values mo. For F1, meron tayong 200 Newton. Ang position niya guys is na located siya 6x, this x, y, and then z. Okay? If I'm not mistaken. Pero ganyan lang naman talaga yan. 3, and then negative 4. And then this one is 400 Newton. Ang location niya is negative 2, positive 5. Okay? And then negative 4. And then for 400 naman, for 200 ulit, for another 200 Newton, ang location niya is negative 3, negative 5, and then 4. Okay? Ang next step natin guys is to determine the D. Okay? Ulitin ko lang that to determine the D. Paano mo ngayon yun? Ito guys yung position, resultant ng position vector in each of the forces. Isa-isa muna. Again guys, pattern lang to. Okay? The D. Okay? Which is the D1, D2, and then D3. So, for D1 guys, simply, ang gagawin mo lang dyan is square root ng 6 square. Ito yung kukunin natin. For F1 kasi yan. D1, 6 square plus 3 square plus negative 4 square. Mamaya natin kunin yung values. Equal to negative 2 square plus 5 square negative 4 square. And at last, we have the D3 is simply equal to negative 3 square negative 5 square plus 4 square. So, solving that, makukuha na natin yung mga values. For D1, meron tayong 7.810. For D2 is 6.708. And for D3 is meron tayong 7.071. Okay? So, okay na. Na-establish na natin. Ngayon, sum the forces along X, Y, and Z. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kailangan daw natin kunin yung sum ng forces along the X, Y, and Z. Okay? Pero guys, pag-usapan muna natin yung muna. O sige, bibilugan ko or ibabox ko. I think ibabox ko ng red yung X. Okay? Ibabox ko ng red yung X. Ay! Wrong. Okay? Masyado ito makapal. Okay? Then, ibabox ko ng green. Ano gusto nyo? I think, ano ba ginagamit natin pag Y? Blue ata. So, okay? And then, box ko ng green yung Z. Okay? And then, i-denote natin to as your D. Wait lang. Diba ito tama is dx1? Tama. dx1, dx2, dy. Wait lang. Dx, sorry. This is dy. And this is distance z. Okay? And then, kung mapapansin nyo, guys, hindi ba ang natin kanina, or sabihin na natin x, y, z na lang. Sige. Okay. Huwag natin lagyan na. Asan may pambura? Think this is your x, y, and z. Okay, at kung babalikan natin kanina, di ba ang kasabi ko lang natandaan nyo is this form. Okay, copy natin to. Ay, yun. Sira na. Nabumagsak na, no? Ay, ba't ayaw makopy? Wait lang, guys. Hindi, burahin muna natin kaya pala hindi nakakopy. Okay. I-extract ko lang tong formula para mailipat natin dito sa kabila. Okay? Diba? Flex na naman ang iPad niya. Yabang. Anyway, kung mapansin nyo, di ba pagka ito, yan yung gagamitin natin ngayon. Okay? And then guys, pattern nga lang to, that step 2, nasa step 3 na tayo. Okay? Nasa step 3 na tayo guys. Ang step 3 natin is to sum the forces along X, Y, and then Z. Okay? And then guys, for summation ng forces horizontal tayo, ay X, sorry. Pag sinabi kong horizontal, namamali ako, X yung tinutukoy ko. Doon pag vertical, Y. Okay? Kasi may mga instances na parang namamali-mali ako. Anyway guys, yun lang naman tinutukoy ko doon. The horizontal is X, the vertical is Y. Okay? And then the Z axis is the third dimension. Anyway, summation of X is equal to summation ng F R X, o say simply summation ng, ayun na yun, summation ng Fx, or i-denote na lang natin siya as Fx. Siguro is equal to Fx. Okay? Fx. Ngayon guys, for Fx, kailangan mo ngayon i-extract. Okay? For Fx, ito ngayon yung formula natin. Tama? Ibig sabihin, kailangan natin yung Fx1 plus Fx2 plus Fx3. Ngayon, kung ganun yung gagawin mo, di ba ang formula mo, ibig sabihin, magiging formula mo for Fx1, okay? Sa dito ko lang gagawin sa Fy, diretso ko na. Ibig sabihin, yung Fx mo pala is simply equal to, ang mangyayari dyan is simply equal to F1 x1 over d1 plus F2 x2 over d2 plus F3 x3 over d3. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, your Fx is simply equal to, ano yung F1 mo? Ang value ng F1 mo is 200 Newton. Ito yun, diba? Highlight ko. Ayan, F1, F2, and then F3. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung F1 mo is 200. Ang X1 mo is what? Your X1 is etong portion na to. Huwag kayong malilito dito guys. Ito muna yung kino-consider natin. Wait lang. Kasi ganun mga kulay. Ito muna X1 natin, the X2, and then the X3. Okay? Ibig sabihin, for our X1, I think, gawin natin ganyan yan. For our X1 is 6. Okay? Sa red muna tayo is 6. Over, ano yung D1? Ang D1 mo is 7.8. Ang D1 mo guys is eto. This is your D1. Okay? This is your D1. Oh, ano ba yan? Your D1, your D2, and then your D3. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ano yung D1 natin? Ang D1 natin is 7.810. Sabihin, this will be 7.810. Okay? Ano yung value ng F2? Ang value ng F2 is 400. Ano naman guys yung X2? Ang X2 naman natin is negative 2, which is nagbago ba yung D1 natin? Dito naman tayo, D2. Ang D2 natin is 6.708. Okay? And then plus 200 ulit. Ito yun, 200 Newton yung F3 natin. Multiplied by ang X3 natin is negative 3, if I'm not mistaken. Tama. And then 7.071. Solving that, okay, baguhin ko lang to. This is red. Lagay natin red. Okay. Solving that, makukuha natin ngayon yung Fx natin equal to, let's see, okay, 200, 6 over 7.810 plus 400 negative 2 over 6.708 and then plus 200 negative 3 over 7.071. Nakuha natin na Fx is 200 6 over 7.8 3, that's 300 pala. Parang mali ako ng Okay? Yung F1 natin is 200. Okay? Ibig sabihin guys, ang F1 natin is Wait lang. Okay guys, tama lang pala. Ang fx natin dito is simply equal to negative 50.465. Okay, same process tayo with the fy. But again guys, hindi ko na isusulat yung fy1 na yan o summation fy is equal to fy. For fy, simply kailangan natin ng f1. Okay, ang f1 natin, okay, is f2 plus f3. Ang f1 natin, f1 is equal to f1 multiplied by y1 over d1 naman tayo dito. Ito naman guys, susundin natin dyan. Okay, so kung meron tayong 1, fy1, f1, y1, and then d1. Okay? And then, doon naman tayo guys sa kulay blue. Okay, i-highlight. Highlight ko to, and highlight ko to. Okay? And then, for blue naman tayo. Okay? Ilayo ko lang ng onti siguro para ano. So, guys, for F2 natin, for F1 natin, is simply, same pa rin, 200. Ngayon, guys, ano ba yung value nung ano natin? So, hindi nagbabago, guys, yung D1 natin, 7.810 pa rin yan. Ilagay ko na nga dito. So, this is 400 multiplied by 6.708, which is D2. Hindi nagbabago yan. And then, this will be 200, okay? 7.071. Okay, saan lang tayo nagkakatalo dito? Doon lang sa value guys nung ano natin, ano tawag ito? D1, D2, and D3. Okay, so ibig sabihin Y1, Y2, and Y3. X1, X2, and X3, at saka Y1, Y2, and Y3, and then Z1, Z2, and Z3. So kung ganun pala, ibig sabihin, can we say that for your Y1 equal to ito, 3. Your y2 is positive 5 and then negative 5 yung y3. Okay, so we can rewrite that as 3, 5, and then negative 5. Okay, so makukuha mo dyan is simply equal to, okay, wait lang, so 8 and then plus 200 plus 7 plus. Okay, and then guys, ang makukuha mo naman dito is 3. Okay, i-denote nyo guys yung sign, ano? Huwag kayong makakalimot sa sign. 5 and then 5 and then negative 5. So, makukuha natin dito is negative 300. Negative 300 for your Fy is equal to negative 362.74. 75 na lang siguro. 75. Okay? And then for the last one is summation of Fz naman is equal to Fy. Okay? Rewrite ka lang talaga eh, no? So, lagay mo dyan. Okay? Huwag muna kayo malito. Okay, nagsusulat pa lang naman ako ng ano. Again, hindi kasi ito nababago guys. So, siya pa rin yan, which is 7.810. Siya pa rin to, which is 6.708. And this one is 200. Siya pa rin to guys na 7.071. Okay, which is, ayan. Okay, and then for FZ. Ayan. And then guys, so green naman. For green naman, ito naman guys yung tinutukoy ko dyan. Ito naman. Okay. The Z1, the Z2, and the Z3. Okay. By doing so, okay. Okay, by doing so guys, okay, papalitan lang natin yung value na to. Okay, papalitan lang natin yung value ng ano, ng Z1, Z2, and Z3. Ang ipapalit natin is negative 4, and 4. Okay, negative 4, 4 siya, no? So, negative 4 ulit, and then this will be your 4. Okay? And then, okay. And then, makukuha na natin yung value ng FZ. Okay, for 200 multiplied by negative 4 over 7.810, okay, plus 400 multiplied by negative 4 over 6.708, and then plus 200, dito palang magka-positive, 4 over 7.071. Okay, solving that, makukuha natin yung value ng Z na negative, makukuha natin value ng C na negative 227.82. Okay. Kuha natin yung value ng C na negative 227.82. This is Newton, and this is Newton. Okay? Ibig sabihin, nakuha na natin yan. Okay? And then guys, diba kapag kumukuha tayo ng, diba pag kumukuha tayo, okay, liitan ko lang siguro, liitan ko lang siguro. Okay. Diba pag kumukuha tayo ng magnitude ng F, simply, ang kakailangan lang natin is square root ng fx square plus fy square plus fz. So this is fz. Okay? Ibig sabihin, meron tayong negative 50.465 square. Nirekta ko na, ang fy natin is negative 362.75 square plus negative 227.82 square. Yung f natin, this will be square root ng negative 50.465 square plus negative 362.75 square plus negative 227.82 square. Simply, makukuha natin is 431.32 Newton. Okay? Alam nyo na yung kasunod. Coordinate direction angles. The alpha, the beta, and the gamma. So, name this as problem number 5. Scalar notation. Problem 5. Ganyan isa-send nyo sa GC. Okay, this is for pangatlo na, Pangatlo na. So guys, kapag nakapag-send ka na ng una, if napanood mo ulit yung pangalawa, saka pangatlo, huwag ka na mag-send ulit, okay? Let your classmates naman na nanonood din na mapanood yung video talaga. So, okay? So, yan. For the last sample problem, guys, okay, basahin muna natin. Okay, for problem number 6, the last problem, last problem. A vertical boom, AE, okay? AE, okay? Ang A natin is dito, and then ang E natin is ito. A vertical boom AE is supported by guy wires A to B, C, and D. Okay, ito yun. Tinatawag na, okay, para magkaintindihan ulit tayo ng maayos, bago-baguhin natin kulay. Ang AC is eto. Your AD, gawin natin blue yan. And then for A, B naman, let's say this one is green. Okay? And then guys, ang pinakaunang step na kailangan natin gawin is determine the coordinates of member. Basahin natin yung tanong. Okay? Kung papansinin nyo, ang position natin dyan is mag-originate dito. Ayun yung originate, yun dyan ngayon, yung mag-originate yung position mo. Okay? Dyan yung O mo, point O. Okay? Find the tension wires in AC and AB so that the resultant force on A will be vertical. Okay? Ibig sabihin daw, yung resultant mo dyan, o for resultant, let's say, ito yan, yung part na yan, is ayan yan. Along the will be vertical. Ngayon guys, kung tension wire ang pinag-uusapan natin, okay? Okay? Makinig kayo mabuti. Kapag tension wire guys ang pinag-uusapan natin, ang tendency niyan is always away from the point of origin. Okay? Ang mangyayari dyan, papunta ngayon doon yung mga force mo. Okay? Ang tail mo dyan is etong A, ang head mo for AC is eto, for AD is eto, and for AB naman is eto. Okay? Now guys, meron lang tayo ditong another na kailangan tandaan if these are the type of problems we're going to solve. Okay? Okay? Una is wala namang pagkakaiba dyan. Identify coordinates of member. Okay? Identify the coordinates of member. Una dyan, okay, first step 1, identify the nets of member. Okay? And then guys, ang unang step natin for this one is simply, if na-identify na natin coordinates ng members, is ang unang step para malaman natin yun is identify the coordinates of the points. Okay? Actually, ang pinakaunang step talaga natin is una, i-identify natin yung coordinates ng points. Okay? So parang ganoon lang sa kanina. Again, asan ba x, y, and z axis natin dito? May na-establish ba tayong x, y, and z axis? Parang wala. So anything will do. So I think, ito na lang gawin nating x. Try naman natin siguro that this will be your wag red, baka magkalituhan na naman. Okay. Sige, ito na lang. So, siguro, pwede natin yan yung ano natin. Gawin naman natin yan as your z, okay? O, para lang ma-prove lang ba natin yung sinasabi ko kanina. This will be your positive x naman. And then, ito naman guys, yung gawin nating y. Since, ayun nga, para lang ma-prove natin that kahit palit-palit yan, wala naman pagkakaiba. Okay? Again guys, yun lang. Una is identify daw muna natin yung coordinates ng bawat point. Kasama itong origin. Okay? Malalaman nyo mamaya kung bakit. So, dito nag-originate yung force natin. Ibig sabihin, ano yung coordinates niyan? Kung mapapansin nyo, meron siyang value ng y. Okay, positive yan guys. This is your positive y. This is your positive y. This will be your positive x. And this will be your positive z. Ngayon guys, kung mapapansin nyo, okay, kung mapapansin nyo, kailangan muna daw natin hanapin yung coordinates ng bawat point. Ano ngayon yung coordinates nung point A? Since ito yung origin ng distance mo, ito guys yung origin ng force mo to, ano? Okay, ito guys, yung A mo na yan is yung origin ng force mo naman yan, or yung origin ng tension mo. Okay? Ngayon, ano yung coordinate niyan? Kung titingnan nyo, ang point lang yan is naglalay along the positive y-axis. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya gumalaw or hindi siya located along x. Ano ba yan? Along z. So, ang coordinate lang niya is positive 12. Okay? And for the point C, D, and B naman, simply, ang gagawin lang natin is eto. Okay? Ngayon, mula dito sa part na to, okay, mula dito, okay, mula dyan sa may origin ng distance mo, ano ngayon, ito ngayon yan, ito di ba yung mag-i-establish nating location dyan, okay? Okay. Ngayon, alin dyan yung parallel sa z-axis mo? Okay? Okay? Ngayon, alin dyan yung magiging parallel sa z-axis mo? Again, this is your x, y, and then z. Para malaman natin yung z-coordinate niya, kailangan mo mahanap yung distance niya parallel along the z-axis. So, kung dito yan, ano yung parallel distance yan? Di ba ito? Which, di ba ito yung z-axis natin? O from positive, ibig sabihin, ang coordinate natin for z is positive 3. Okay? Now guys, if we're going to get the x-axis naman, for example, kung titingnan yung mabuti, okay, this is your x. Ngayon, this is your positive x, di ba? Ibig sabihin, kung nandun ka sa kabila, this will be your negative x-axis. Etong portion na to, mula dito papunta doon, that will be your negative x-axis. Kung ganun pala, can we say that yung x natin, ano yung distance natin mula dito, nung point C? Mula dito, ang x distance natin is yung parallel doon, which is parallel dito, di ba? Which is 4 meters. Sana nagkakaintindihan tayo. Along x, bibilang ka lang kung saan tatapat yung yung point C mo, yun yung X value mo. Since nasa negative axis ka, therefore, this will be negative 4. At para sa Y, again guys, hindi ka umangat dito. Yung point C mo is along the plane of XZ only. Andito ka lang naglalay sa XZ, hindi ka umangat. Magkakaroon ka lang ng Y value dyan kung yung C mo is nandito. Tama? Andyan yung C mo. However, tas magkakaroon ka ng distance dito na Y. However, wala nga dyan yan since nandun tayo sa pinaka-platform lang, sa pinaka-base. Therefore, ang Y value natin for that is 0. I hope maliwanag yon. Negative 4, 0, and 3. So, yan lang para sa Z natin. For the B naman, okay? For the B naman, kung titingnan mo mabuti, o let's say X na nga unahin natin, sige, along the X-axis ba, ikaw ay gumalaw? Ibig sabihin, along this point ba, gumalaw ka ba dyan along X-axis? Hindi. Magkakaroon lang ng X value kung gumalaw ka dito, nandito yung point B mo, or nandun sa may kabila. And again guys, naglalay ka lang along the Z-axis. Kung naglalay ka lang along the Z-axis, ibig sabihin, wala ka ngayong magiging value ng X mo. Ibig sabihin, yung B mo will be, so this X, Y, Z ulit, ang X value mo for point B is 0. Again, yung Y mo is hindi ka ulit gumalaw pataas, which is ang pataas mo is the Y value. Kung manapa ko nandito yung point B mo ulit, doon ka palang magkakaroon ng Y. Tama, this is your distance Y. Eh, since hindi nga, wala kang ganyan, therefore, yung value ng Y mo is still equal to 0. Okay? And for Z naman, gumalaw ka. Okay? However, note that this is negative Z. Okay? Ano yung distance mo along that Z axis? O, so, titingnan mo 9 meters. Okay? This will be negative 9. Nagkakaintindihan? Okay? Kung ganun, meron na tayong coordinate ng point B. Lastly, for point D. Okay? I think, okay, for point D, ano ngayon yung X, Y, and Z natin for point D? For point D, guys, ano muna yung X? Ang X value niya is gumalaw siya papunta ng right. Mula dito, trace mo yan, okay? Ang parallel niyan, guys, is eto. Okay, ayan, which is also 6 meters. Ibig sabihin, yung X mo is nasa positive or negative axis ka? Nasa positive X axis ka. Therefore, positive 6 meters. For Y, again, hindi ka ulit gagalaw dyan papunta ng Y axis mo. Nasa platform ka. Only the ZX ka lang naglalay. Ibig sabihin, your Y value is equal to 0. And at last, is yung para sa Z axis naman, kung titingnan mo mabuti from dito, papunta ka ng Z axis, ano yung distance parallel to that? 4 meters. Okay, which is nasa positive or negative. Papunta ka ng positive, mula dito, papunta ka doon. Positive y-axis, therefore, you have positive 4. Okay? Ibig sabihin, again guys, this is negative 9, ano? Ay, sorry. Okay. Akalang mali to, baka akala 4, okay. Then magwawala na naman. Sir, mali yung mga, diba? Na para bang ako ay isang perfectong nilalang, okay? Ibig sabihin, ganyan lang. Ibig sabihin, na-establish na natin yung point coordinate ng mga point coordinates natin. Paano pa guys natin mala-identify ngayon kung ano ba yung vector coordinates natin? Malalaman natin guys yung vector coordinates simply by using the head to tail. Okay? For number 2, use the head to tail. Okay? Ang head to tail natin is head minus the tail. Ang tail natin dyan guys is always the A kasi dyan nag-originate yung force natin. So mahalagang alamin mo guys kung saan nag-originate yung mga forces mo. Pag dyan nag-originate yung force mo, that will be your tail. Again, head minus tail tayo. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo ng vector addition along X and head minus tail. Ibig sabihin, for ano muna tayo, member A, ano yung gusto? Sige, AC na lang siguro. Okay? For AC, guys, ano yung value ng C mo? Diba ito yung head mo? Ang head mo, guys, is yung C, yung D, saka yung B. Ibig sabihin, siya ay nasa taas ng subtraction mo. Ano tawag doon? Basta yung tawag doon. So, yun. C and then A. And then, guys, in-note mo lang dito, yung coordinate mo. Ang coordinate mo for C is simply negative 4, 0, and then 3. And then for A naman is simply 0, 12, and then 0. Okay? taking the, isusubtract mo lang yan. Therefore, yung AC mo is simply, ang coordinate mo is negative 4. Negative 4 minus 0 is 0. Is negative 4. 0 minus 12 is negative 12. And then, yung 3 mo naman, 3 minus 0 is simply equal to 3. Ibig sabihin, ba't ba ala kasing red? And then blue. Okay, ibig sabihin, yung AC natin is equal to, eto, okay, parang, okay. Ayan, teka lang. Ibig sabihin, ayan ngayon yung for AC natin. Okay? And then guys, pasensya na kung maingay yung mga kasama ko dito. Okay? Hindi, joke lang. So for member for member AD naman, okay? For member AD naman, so AD. Okay? For member AD, ibig sabihin, head to tail pa rin tayo. Head mo is D and then A. Okay? And then guys, subtract mo lang ulit yan. If you're going to get the coordinates of D, asan ba yun? Ito lang yun, itong portion na yan. Okay? 6, 0, and negative o positive? Positive 4. And again guys, hindi naman magbabago yung, hindi naman magbabago yung coordinate ng Y natin. So this, ng A natin, this will be 12 and then 0. Okay? For your AD, simply, 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus 12 is negative 12. 4 minus 0 is 4. So, for AD, for AD, okay, ang coordinate natin is 6, negative 12, and 4. Para naman guys, sa last part natin, okay, sa last part natin, okay, for member BA or AB. Okay, for member AB, simply B, okay? B and then A. Ano ba yung coordinate ng B natin? Ang coordinate ng B natin is this one naman. 0, 0, and then negative 9. Okay? Sabihin, this will be 0, 0, and negative 9. And again, hindi mababago yan mo. 0, 12, and then 0. Okay? Pagka kinuha natin yung coordinate ng AB, 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 12 is negative 12, and negative 9 minus 0 is still negative 9. So, this will be your coordinate naman for, okay? And then guys, resize ko lang, parang sobrang laki ng nagawa ko, okay? Okay? And then guys, okay, din nakuha na natin guys yung coordinate ng yung coordinate guys no ating ng mga bawat member natin. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, makinig kayo mabuti. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang sabi sa problem, okay, find the tension forces in ACAB so that the resultant force on A will be vertical. Ibig sabihin lang nun, okay, yung resultant mo guys, yung resultant ng force mo, okay, is papunta dito. Kung hihilahin mo kasi yan pababa, di ba kung humihila pababa ito, yung bang resultant mo, i-expect mo papunta doon? Hindi, equilibrant yun. Ang resultant mo guys is the combined effect ng mga forces mo. Ibig sabihin yung resultant mo is pababa din yan. Ibig sabihin yung resultant mo, this will be your R. And then, since vertical yan, consider natin yung coordinate niyan as 0, 0, 0. Okay, sabi punta ka dun dito sa may diyan sa origin point mo na yan. Kasi nag-lie ka lang sa wala kang z-axis, wala kang x-axis, wala kang wala kang coordinate nang hindi identify yung coordinate mo ng x, y, and z mo. So ibig sabihin, yung resultant mo is dinedefine lang siya vertically. Okay? But again guys, yung force mo kasi guys is walang distance yun. Tandaan nyo lagi yun. Yung force mo is a unit vector. Kaya nga di ba meron tayong unit vector siya na by principle of transmissibility, kahit gaano kahaba yan, same yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo ma-define kung nasaan yung position niya. So, i-define mo na lang siya as 0, 0, 0. So, ibig sabihin, yung head mo niya ngayon dyan is 0, 0, 0. Okay? And then guys, para sa A mo naman, ang tendency dito is same lang din na 0, 12, and then your 0. So, para makuha mo naman yung ano niyan, coordinate axis ng resultant mo, simply your R is equal to 0, negative 12, and negative, 0 minus 0 is 0. So, ito ngayon guys, yung coordinate ng resultant mo. Okay? Okay? So, actually, na-define mo naman siya by yung coordinate nung A. Okay? So, yan lang din yan. Next one guys is the, ano tawag dito? Is the find the D. Okay? Next, nasa step na tayo. Okay, number 3 siguro. Parang, dito na lang siguro. Okay? Litan lang ulit natin to. OA naman kasi sa laki. And then, let's number 3 is find the D. The D. Yung D1 natin, okay, yung D1, okay, meron tayong D1, D2, D3, and then DR. Okay? Okay, and then guys, kukunin lang ulit natin to. Okay? Pag kinuha natin yung D1, simply sulat ko muna yung ganyan, ano, para isang sulatan na lang mamaya. Then ito is square, square, square. Para lang tayo naglalaro, guys. Actually, pattern to. Parang mas madali pa nga ito i-solve kesa dun sa 2D. However, yun nga, medyo madami yung kakabisaduhin yung step. Okay, for D natin is kunin muna natin lahat nung for D1 natin, okay? For D1 natin or yung AC natin, okay, yung D ng AC natin, okay, ang D1 kasi natin is ang D1 natin na tinutukoy dito is yung AC. This one is AD. And then this one is AB. And then this one is RA. Okay? O, yan, tandaan nyo lang yan. Ibig sabihin, this will be negative 4. Tama ba? Kunin natin to. Itong portion na to is para sa AC. This will be para sa AD. And this para sa AB. Okay? O, para hindi mababoy. Okay? Now, sabihin, pwede ba natin i-write as negative 4? Negative 12. And then, 3. Okay? Para sa AD naman is simply 6, negative 12, and 4. Para naman sa AB or D3 na tawagin natin D3 is 0, negative 12, negative 9, and then sa dulo is 0, negative 12, and 0. Okay? If we're going to calculate that, this will be 13, 14, 15, and then 12. Okay? And then next step na we're going to do, kasi guys, makinig kayo mabuti, bakit natin hinanap yung yung position vector nung resultant natin. Kasi nga, hindi naman resultant yung hinahanap. Given nga yung resultant, in fact. So, ang hinahanap natin is the force of FAC and the AB, di ba? Ibig sabihin, ang hinahanap natin is yung red and then the green, okay? And then, paano na ngayon yung gagawin natin? Okay, so number 3, simply, this is step 4 na pala. So, number 4, okay? Applying the equation of resultant force along X, Y, and Z axis, okay? Apply. Okay, the equation of resultant forces along X, Y, and Z. Okay? Z-axis. So, meron tayong okay? The resultant of force along vertical alone. Okay, tandaan nyo mabuti, along vertical alone na yung resultant doon natin is nag-act vertically. Ibig sabihin, ng Fx natin is 0. Yung Fz natin is 0. Yung Fi natin is simply equal to yung resultant natin. Ang resultant natin is ang resultant natin is, okay, wala pa pala yung resultant natin. Okay, hahanapin natin din siya. But ang given sa atin is yung isang force. Okay, mali yung sinabi ko kanina guys. Given, hindi pala given yung resultant. Okay, but at least kasi meron kang isang given na force dyan. So paikot-ikot lang naman talaga gagawin natin dito. So ibig sabihin, given, hindi pa given yung ano natin. Now guys, okay, parang mali yung ano ko. Parang masyadong malaki ma-occupy na space. Okay, sinulat ko lang yan para ma-identify natin. I think fx muna. Okay? And pagka nagsulat tayo guys, so for fx gagawin natin dyan, fx, di ba ganun lang din sa kanina? Ibig sabihin yung force ng AC mo, okay, multiply sa DAC over D. Tama. Ng DR to, DR. Okay? DAC, ay sorry. This is the, this is the XAC pala. XAC over DAC. XAC over DAC. Okay? And then, para sa FAD naman, FAD is XAD DAD. Okay? And then, plus FB or FAB na XAB over DAB. Okay? Yung Fx natin guys is equal to 0 kasi alangad dyan yung resultant force natin. Yung resultant kasi natin is along the y-axis, meaning yung resultant natin is also equal to your Fy. Wala kang magiging x component tsaka z component since yung force mo is naglalay only along the y-axis. So ibig sabihin 0 is equal to FAC. Okay? Ano yung XAC natin? Ang XAC natin is this x, y, and then z. This is your x, y, and then z. This is your x, y, and then your z. Okay, ang D na tinutukoy natin dito is ito. This is your DAC, DAD, DAB, and then DRA. Okay? And then guys, ang XAC natin will be negative 4. Ano yung DAC natin? Ang DAC natin is 13. Negative 4 over 13. Okay? Plus yung FAD, okay? Na ang ano niya, ang XAD natin is simply equal to negative to 6 pala, sorry, to 6 over ano yung ano niya, 14 naman. Ito naman ngayon yun. Okay? Ibig sabihin 14. And then plus FAB natin, which is ang FAB natin is X. Ang XAB natin is this one, which is 0 over what we call the DAB natin. Ang DAB natin is 15. Okay? 0 over 15 is 0 multiply by AB. Ito, maka-cancel out mo na to. So, 0. Ibig sabihin, ano na lang, makukuha ba natin AC? Okay? Given na ang force down natin ng AD is equal to ilan? Meron tayong given ng AD which is 252 Newton. Ibig sabihin pala, this is 252 Newton. Solving or calculating yung FAC natin will be equal to okay, okay, ibig sabihin makukuha natin yung FAC natin as 351 Newton. O meron ko ng isang point, di ba? Mahaba process but still worth it yan kung makukuha mo tamang sagot. So magtiyaga lang, okay? Next is for FZ naman tayo. Since knowing that FZ is equal to 0, FZ is equal to, sige na nga, isulat ko na nga. CAC over DAC. Okay. FAC DIX ZAC over DAC plus FAD ZAD over DAD and then FAB, okay, FAB is equal to XAB over DAB. Okay? And for that guys, since 0 din to, 0. May value na tayo ng FAC which is 351. FAD natin, meron din tayong, wag na natin ganyan, okay. 0 is equal to FAC multiply, ano yung ZAC natin? Ang ZAC natin is simply equal to dito, tama? ZAC is equal to 3 over mabago by DAC. Hindi. Ang DAC natin is 13 pa rin. Ito pa rin guys. Okay, and then plus FAD multiply ang ZAB naman natin. Okay, ZAD natin is 4. Ang DAD natin is 14. Ibig sabihin 4 over 14. This is D. Okay. And then plus FAB naman. Ang XAB natin, okay? This is ZAB, sorry. Ang ZAB naman natin is etong negative 9. Okay? Negative 9, ang DAB natin is 15. Negative 9. Ito naman guys is 15. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong value na to. Nakuha natin that this is 351. This is 252 Newton. Okay, Newton. Makukuha na ba natin yung FAB. Pag kukuha natin guys yung FAB, okay? Ang value ng FAB will be 255. Okay? Meron na tayo guys FAC and FAB. Okay? Simply, paano gagawin natin dyan? Okay? Knowing guys na yung R natin is equal to Fy. Ibig sabihin, ang nandito is Fy is equal to, okay, ang value ng Fy natin is equal to FAC multiplied by YAC over DAC plus FAD is equal to YAD over DAD. Actually, paulit-ulit lang siya. Mauurat nga kayo dito, paulit-ulit ng ginagawa nyo, pero pag na-master nyo naman siya, mas madali siya. And then your FAB is equal to YAB over DAB. Okay? And then guys, yung Y natin is the resultant. Okay? Ngayon, ano yung magiging slope natin dyan? Tama? Ngayon, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay, di ba ngayon yung R natin, okay, yung R natin, resultant force natin, okay, kailangan mo yung multiply sa slope. Ano yung slope na yun? Okay? Pwede ko bang i-rewrite yung Fy mo? Sorry. Okay, pwede ko bang i-rewrite yung Fy mo? Wait lang ah. Hindi nasama. Okay? And then, at 4. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pwede ko bang i-rewrite yung Fy ko, okay? Pwede ko bang i-rewrite yung Fy ko into is equal to dapat kasi yan, magiging ano yan, ry over ano tawag ito? Over dra. Okay? Tama ba? Tama. O ibig sabihin, yung resultant mo ngayon can be written as ganito. Ano ngayon yung dry niya? Okay? Ang dry niya guys is negative 12. Itong portion na to. Okay? This will be negative 12 over 12 ngayon yung dra mo. Or yung dr mo, simply the dr. Kasi guys, yung Fy natin is doon naglalay is equal to resultant kasi yung resultant natin is along the y-axis. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite as ganyan. And then, for FAC, okay, for FAC naman, is, meron tayong given dyan, di ba? O, sige, isulat na natin. So, FAC, ano ba yung YAC? Ang YAC mo is negative 12 over 13, okay? Plus FAD, okay, ano yung YAB mo? Negative 12 over ano yung DAB mo is 14. Okay? I hope nakakasunod. And for the last one is para sa YAB mo naman is simply negative 12 over 15 naman. Okay? So kung mapapansin nyo, ano yung makukuha natin dyan? Okay? Ang makukuha natin dito na value, since meron tayong FAC na 200 or 321 Newton, ang FAD natin is 252 na given yan. And that nakuha natin, sorry may kulang dito. Which is yung FB natin, okay? Yung FB natin guys is equal to 255. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, so, teka lang. This will be FB of FAB. Makukuha natin to as 255 Newton. So, solving for R, makukuha natin yung resultant dyan, which is equal to 744 Newton. Okay? Ayan ngayon yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? And then, bago guys, ito yung hinahanap ng FAC and then F. Guys, bago mayari itong natin, please take a screenshot, okay? And for your assignment, which is hahanapin ko sa inyo the next time na magkita-kita tayo, is please solve for this one. Okay? Paki-screenshot at paki-solve. Gamamit kayo na one whole sheet of yellow pad paper, isa lang, walang magdadalawa. And then solve for this one. Okay? So, yun lang. Thank you.